begin my presentation, I want to ask you guys a question. Does being a change maker have any problems? If you're unsure of your answers, let me give you a quick tour about the dark side of all change makers. Now, the reason why it's called the change maker syndrome is because specifically it applies to individuals with a strong need to save the world. They're a game changer, they're alleviating current social and environmental issues. This characteristic perfectly matches the definition of a change maker, that is anyone who is taking action to solve a particular problem. The intention of doing the first good, the motivation to do it creatively. Now, in short, the change maker syndrome relates to the overwhelming rational sense of individual responsibility for solving the world's most pressing challenges, even though one does not have any professional obligations to honor this responsibility. Now, a lot more research will be needed to identify and specify the six personalities, the psychological symptoms shared with change makers. However, I want to make an educated guess and show you some of the characteristics. Number one, a hard inner motivation or some sense of self-imposed duty to be part of the movement of world savers. Number two, an exceptionally strong below-average sense of responsibility to overachieve beyond rational abilities, which goes hand in hand with a situated sense of guilt when the bar that's self-set too high is not met. Number four, an exceptionally strong empathy and or outstanding sense of heroism. Number five, ability to cultivate a work-life balance, which will lead to number six, mental overload and stress and fatigue and stuff. So, as a change maker, one takes on and accepts a lot of responsibility on one's shoulder, even though one does not have any higher authority or wants to report to, or rather, the higher authority to report to is one's own goals. The change maker syndrome would not let that person to waste a day, even a second, even productive to a case on our mission. It can be concluded that stress is the driving force of all, what's it called again? The driving force of this syndrome, a concept known and experienced by everyone, especially change makers. However, it can be said that stress by nature is self-generated, and therefore it can be self-controlled. Now, from the same elements with or without stress, and believe me, all of us can want to change the world without it. So to achieve that, we need to change our ways of thinking and doing as well. Firstly, we need to seek support from your friends and families or therapists, anyone who can help you stay focused and grounded. Number two, practice self-care, obviously, by taking care of your physical and mental health and reducing stress. Also, number three, you need to recognize the hard truth that stress is unavoidable because we will change. You must be honest with yourself about it. Number four, you need to set realistic goals based on what you can do, not taking challenges in the form of what you cannot. And finally, foster a growth mindset, a positive attitude to walk your personal growth, and of course, seeking opportunities for elevating yourself in different situations. Allow me to wrap this up in three key ideas. Now, firstly, all change makers have a dark side for the change maker syndrome. Number two, it originates from unavoidable stress. However, this stress can be self-controlled, meaning to change the world, you need to change yourself first, and that is the only way for you to end the syndrome. Thank you for listening. That's the end of my presentation.
Thank you, and thank you for taking a different angle on the topic. We appreciate that. Okay, so obviously there are some pitfalls to becoming a change maker, which you outlined very clearly. My question to you is, if you were to be remembered as a change maker, what kind of change maker would you like to be remembered as?
Oh, that's kind of an easy question to answer, really. I wanted to be remembered as a change maker, someone who went through hardships to get what they want, like some sort of straight focus arrow, you know what I mean? I went through all kinds of hardships, and I know the pain. I want to gain all the experience that I can take, and of course, in the end, I want to get the results. Sounds a little bit like a dictator, I know, but it's still kind of cool way of being a change maker.
So what kind of change would you like to see happen in the world?
Happening in the world. I'm not really fond of technological or science fiction stuff changes, you know. I do start with some changes that originates from here, from here. You just see the changes in what the change makers do, like the humanity and stuff. Yeah, that's my time.
Thank you.
Round 2.
So, so let's talk first about the definition of perfectionism. Well, it's typically a coin with two sides. The right side is that the results that you get from perfectionism, of course, is usually all. So just a beautiful painting, a delicate project, a beautiful performance perfected by an artist, and you just have to listen and say, wow. And it also helps you build up this mindset that you see value in everything, every single move, every single details. And at least you have this mindset that everything really matters. But perfectionism also has another downside. You see, what comes with great admiration comes with great pressure, greater responsibility to get to meet that bar that's set already too high. You know what I mean? And this, you feel afraid of failing, afraid of this fallacy you get, you know? And, well, you just feel like fear, you feel afraid, you feel regret, you're feeling like it's really worth it, you know? And it usually leads to a situation where you feel like the result you got is not enough, it's not equal to the amount of effort you've taken. And you just, in the end, you can feel like nothing really matters, and you just want to throw all your dreams and hopes away. So I want to address the big elephant in the room. Does perfectionism hold us back? My answer would be yes, but in an important way. Because what comes with perfectionism is stress and pressure. Something that if taken too much will give you that negativity. What makes you want to give up and just drop everything down. But if it's just enough degree, it can be like there's no pressure, and it bounce right back up in the spring. You know, like take for example of something obvious, like the light bulb. Take about like 10 times time for them to answer to get it right, right? There are maybe some examples of something simple, familiar. You finally get the degree, you finally get the lady you fall in love with, maybe tries, right? It's perfectionism, everything matters. But there's also another thing. Perfectionism, we don't see many perfect people standing up on crowds, right? Because perfectionism basically is a modeling challenge. Helps you filter yourself the way you think, making sure that you're actually qualified for what you're trying to achieve. Trying to make sure that you have the pride, the possibility, the talents needed to get what you've done, what you need to be done. See what I mean? And I feel like perfectionism, although it can be seen in a bad angle, it is still very essential in our modern society because basically it is part of social selection, not just natural selection, social selection. That's that my take.
Okay, thank you so much. My question for your presentation is that if someone is perfectionist, so what is your advice to bring him forward?
Bring perfectionists forward, is that right? Well, I think I'm very sure that people who try to be perfect as possible is already standing out. I mean, they're trying to be the best, the most obvious person in the crowd. But there will be some advice needed, you know? Because being perfection means that you listen mostly to yourself and not to others. It leads to a problem with teamwork or just cooperation, communication. So my advice would be make sure you're perfect and the others must be perfect with you. Because you're going on this path, you have others going with you. So if you're just going alone, you're going to have a lot more pressure than going at the same speed, you know what I mean? So I feel like perfectionists try to make everyone as perfect or close to perfect as themselves. So that